seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Wait. Pause that for a second.
Oh, did you feel that?
Okay, imagine this. What if your entire classroom just floated away into space? Like desks floating by your head, your teacher doing backflips in zero gravity?
That would be so cool. Though, I'd probably lose all my homework in the air vents.
Classic Vito. But seriously, riding a rocket into space means going from 0 to 28,000 kilometers per hour in just 8 minutes.
That's faster than... Wait, how fast is that?
Faster than a speeding bullet. Much faster. Like blink and you're left Earth faster.
No way.
Yes, way. And here's the thing. Space exploration isn't just science fiction anymore. It's happening right now. And it's happening more than ever.
Which is why we're here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to How It All Started. I'm Vito.
And I'm Maya, and today we're talking about something absolutely mind-blowing, the rocket revolution.
Okay, so what exactly is the rocket revolution? Like, are rockets overthrowing the government or something?
Not that kind of revolution, though that would be interesting. No, the rocket revolution is about how space exploration has completely changed in the last 20 years or so. Changed how? Okay, so back in the day, like when your parents were kids, rockets launching into space was this huge deal. It happened maybe a few times a year, it cost billions of dollars, and only governments could do it.
So, like NASA and Russia, and that's it?
Exactly. But now, rockets are launching all the time, like sometimes multiple times a week, and private companies, not just governments, are building and launching them.
Impressive. Wait, private companies? Like regular businesses?
Well, not regular. But yeah, companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others are making space travel more common. And here's the coolest part. Some of these rockets can land and fly again.
What? Like the same rocket?
Yes. Okay, so imagine this. In the old days, you'd spend like $100 million building a rocket, launch it once, and then it would just fall into the ocean and be destroyed. Gone. Forever.
That seems really wasteful.
Right? It's like buying a brand new car, driving it once, and then pushing it off a cliff. But now, companies have figured out how to make rockets land themselves.
How does that even work?
So the rocket launches up into space, right? It delivers its cargo, maybe satellites or supplies to the space station. Then the first stage of the rocket, that's the big bottom part, it turns around in midair.
Wait. It turns around?
Yes, it flips around, fires its engines to slow down, and then, ta-da, lands back on Earth, standing upright, like it's in a video game.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
I know. The first time they did it successfully, even the engineers were crying because they couldn't believe it worked. And now they do it all the time.
So it's like space recycling?
Oh my gosh, yes, space recycling. I love that. You use the same rocket over and over, which makes it way cheaper and means we can launch more often.
Okay, so rockets are landing themselves like they're in a sci-fi movie, but who's actually going to space these days? Is it still just astronauts?
Well, mostly astronauts, yeah. But here's the thing. Being an astronaut isn't what it used to be. Like, there are scientists, engineers, doctors, even regular people who've gone to space recently.
Really? What's it like up there?
Oh man, astronaut life is wild. Okay, so first of all, training is insane. They train underwater in this huge pool because it feels similar to floating in space.
Underwater? That's how they practice?
Yup. They wear these massive spacesuits and practice fixing things underwater for hours and hours. Some astronauts say the training is actually harder than being in space.
Oh, so what about actually living in space, like on the International Space Station?
Okay, so imagine this. Everything floats. Everything. Your food, your water, your toothbrush, even you.
Wait, how do you sleep if you're floating?
They strap themselves into sleeping bags that are attached to the walls. Otherwise, they just drift around bumping into stuff all night.
That sounds chaotic. What about eating?
So, food is either dried, like you add water to it, or it comes in pouches. And you have to be really careful because if you drop a crumb, it doesn't fall to the floor. It just floats around. Imagine trying to catch floating spaghetti.
That sounds messy, but also kind of fun.
Right? And here's something crazy. Astronauts actually grow taller in space.
What?
Yeah, without gravity pulling down on their spines, they can grow like 2 or 3 centimeters. But don't get too excited. They shrink back to normal when they come home.
Man, wait, what about crying? Like if you're homesick or something?
Ooh, good question. So tears don't fall in space. They just kind of stick to your eyeball in a weird bubble.
Ooh, that's so weird.
I know, space is weird, but in an awesome way.
Okay, so I heard scientists are sending plants to space now. Like, why?
Yes, this is so cool. They're testing all kinds of organisms in space, plants, moss, tiny animals, to see how they survive.
But why? What's the point?
So, scientists are trying to figure out if we can grow food in space. Because think about it, if humans ever want to live on Mars or the moon, we need to be able to grow our own food up there.
Oh, we can't just keep shipping burgers to Mars.
Exactly. That would be very expensive. So, they're testing different plants to see which ones can grow without gravity, with weird light cycles, and in small spaces.
Has anything actually survived?
Oh, yeah. They've grown lettuce, radishes, even flowers on the space station. And scientists discovered that moss, that green fuzzy stuff that grows on rocks, is like super tough and can survive really harsh conditions. Moss is tough?
Who knew?
Right? And here's the thing, these space experiments don't just help with space travel, they help us on Earth too.
How?
Well, studying how plants grow in weird conditions helps us develop better farming techniques. And testing materials in space helps us create stronger, lighter stuff for everywhere, in phones, cars, buildings. Space research makes Earth better too.
That's actually really cool. So, what about Mars? Everyone's always talking about going to Mars. Why?
Oh man, Mars is like the ultimate goal right now. Scientists are so excited about Mars because it's the most Earth-like planet we can actually reach.
What do you mean Earth-like?
Well, Mars has a day that's about 24 hours long, just like Earth. It has seasons, it has ice at the poles, and scientists think it used to have water, maybe even oceans billions of years ago.
Whoa, so could there have been life there?
That's what everyone wants to know. That's why we keep sending robots there, to look for signs of ancient life.
Wait, why robots? Why not just send people?
Good question. So, robots are cheaper, they don't need food or oxygen, and if something goes wrong, well, it's sad, but you don't lose human lives.
That makes sense.
Plus, robots can do the dangerous work first, testing the ground, finding water, building shelters. Though when humans do go, everything's already set up.
So humans are going to Mars?
That's the plan. NASA and other space agencies want to send people to Mars probably in the 2030s or 2040s.
Wait, so kids alive right now could be the first Mars explorers?
Yes, you could literally be one of them. How crazy is that?
Wow. That's actually mind-blowing.
I know, but before Mars, scientists want to build bases on the moon first, kind of as practice.
Practice? Like the moon is training wheels for Mars?
Yes, exactly. Amused, the moon is only 3 days away, so if something goes wrong, you can get home relatively quickly. But Mars, that's like 6 to 9 months of travel.
Months?
Yup. And once you're there, you have to wait for Earth and Mars to line up again before you can come home. That's like 2 years later.
So you'd be stuck on Mars for 2 years?
At least. So yeah, the moon is like the practice ground. Figure everything out there first, then try Mars.
Okay, so here's what I want to know. Like, how can kids like us actually be part of this? Like, do you have to be a genius astronaut to work in space?
No, that's the best part. There are so many ways to be involved in space exploration.
Like what?
Okay, so obviously there's astronauts, right? But you also need engineers to design the rockets, scientists to study planets and stars, programmers to write the software that controls everything,
What else?
doctors to study how space affects human bodies, artists to document and inspire people, writers to tell the stories, teachers to educate the next generation. There are literally hundreds of jobs in the space industry.
Oh, good, because I'm not sure I want to float around eating food from a pouch.
That's okay. You don't have to go to space to help explore space.
So, what should kids do now if they want to be part of it someday?
Honestly, just stay curious. Ask questions, read about space, watch documentaries, build things, experiment. You don't have to be perfect at everything. You just have to be interested.
Really?
Really. Some of the best scientists and engineers say they weren't the smartest kids in class. They were just the most curious ones, the ones who kept asking why and how and what if.
I ask what if all the time.
There you go. You're already training.
Nice. Okay, so let me make sure I've got this right. The rocket revolution means rockets launch more often, they can land and be reused, and more people than ever are going to space.
Exactly.
And scientists are testing plants and moss in space to prepare for living on other planets.
Yup.
And kids alive today might actually walk on Mars someday?
Yes. How cool is that?
That's amazing. Like, really amazing.
It really is. We're living in the middle of a revolution, a time when space is becoming accessible in ways it never has been before.
Okay, so before we end, I have to ask our listeners a big question.
What's that?
Audience, if you could explore one place in space, anywhere at all, where would you go and why? The moon? Mars? One of Jupiter's moons? A distant galaxy?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I'd want to visit Saturn and see those rings up close.
I'd go to Mars. I want to be one of the first people to set foot there. Or maybe Europa. That's one of Jupiter's moons that might have an ocean under the ice.
That would be so cool.
So, listeners, where would you go? Think about it. Dream about it. Because the future of space exploration, it's not just about the astronauts today. It's about you.
Keep wondering, keep asking questions, and keep dreaming big. The universe is waiting.
Thanks for joining us for episode 4 of How It All Started.
Until next time, stay curious. Bye.
Bye.